So, Madhurika, welcome to Sports Talk by Sports Paddock, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, my pleasure.
So, just to give a short introduction about you, so that our viewers have a little or a better understanding about you and your international presence in the world of table tennis. One of your most recent achievements is that you are an Arjuna awardee and a Shiv Chhatrapati awardee. You have represented India in Commonwealth Games and you have won gold medal in 2018 and a silver medal in 2010. You've also represented India in 8 senior world championships, and in 2016 you were the senior national champion, and before that in 2016 you were the youth national champion. And apart from this, you have also won a Rotary International Excellency Award. So there's a lot of chips on your shoulder. And without further ado, we'll jump into the first question, which I'm sure everyone's asked you, is what made you pick up that racket at the mere age of 7? Like, who was the one person who did this for you, and what made you want to take it up professionally?
Okay, so it was my dad who told me to, go for table tennis coaching classes. That's what he used to call it.
Okay.
Yes, and because he used to play he used to play sports when he was young in his school days, some random sports, and so he always wanted me to become a sports person. So my neighbor, he used to play table tennis, and so that's why I started going with him for a table tennis coaching class.
Oh, that's how it started.
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, so I was like very small. I was like 6, 7 years old, and I used to go with him as a haath pakad ke, and together we used to train. So those are my like fond memories, my early uh, days of playing table tennis. And what made me continue pursuing table tennis was, I think, I just loved this sport. Uh, uh, I mean, the sound of the ball and the racket, the table, the rhythm, and everything. I was just so connected to this game. So I thought, let's take table tennis as my career.
And what age did you decide that, this is what I want to do, period?
When I was in the 10th standard. So
Oh,
basically, yes, I was good in sports as well as in academies. And like I was one of, like subject toppers or something in the school. And also when I was in 10th standard, I first played my international tournament. So that was the time, the deciding, point where, like the kids choose whether to take table tennis sport as a career, or academics as their career. So that was when my parents and my coach, they told me that you go into sports. I mean, some
okay.
20 years back, they were the one who supported me and they backed me. So I think that self-realization that you cannot live without table tennis, and this is going to be your life. So that was the turning point. So all the decisions made were
Mm-hmm.
like table tennis will be the first priority and everything is else. So college stuff, or like holidays. In fact, we didn't even go for any vacations
Wow.
till I was in the 10th standard. Like I maybe in the 4th standard decided that I'll just play table tennis, because I used to swim also,
Really?
like yes, and my coach, in fact, he told me that she's so good that I can just take her to a different level altogether. So like I was
Wow.
that I was young.
So you're multi-talented, you could say.
Yeah, you can. So basically, that in the 4th standard I realized that okay, I'll be like doing table tennis. And from the 4th standard to the 10th standard, I didn't attend any functions, like all the
Wow.
family functions, no vacations. And like I used to follow full strict diet or exercises. Like that was the time, like I was all focused
And
on
just on just playing,
table.
playing, playing, and improving your game.
Yes.
So when you decided to take table tennis up even seriously as a sport when you were young, was there a clear path laid out for you with milestones and alternatives? Like, was there a structure in place, or was it like, okay, you're just playing because you're good at it, and we're not looking at it so that, maybe one day we'll see you at the Olympics? Like, was there a path for you laid out?
Actually, yes. My coach and my parents and even me, we were like, constantly talking that what should we do next. And then came in the physical trainer, the psychologist, and then the dietitian and everything. And then we were like, now I have to improve on my physical fitness part. So like I have to
Mhm.
like be really quick, like all that stuff. And even for mental fitness also, table tennis is such a game that in fraction of a second the ball comes and the game is just 11 points game and like 7 sets, so it's so quick. So for that
True.
we need a mental, yeah, for that we need a mental trainer. So all these people started adding ki now a team banana hai, we have to make a team. It's not only the coach and the player and the parent, so it's like the whole team. And then later on we were like, okay, now I have to represent the state level, then the national level, and then the international level. Then I have to achieve this ranking. So all that stuff, like we had planned out. Uh, for me, there were no difficulties as such in terms of the finance because I was, from a middle class, upper middle class family, and my parents were like, okay, whatever she wants for her sport,
Will
we will
support her.
be. Yes, yes. So fortunately, there was no financial burden on my parents, and also I got scholarship at a very young age. First from RCF, and then in the year 2004, I was as a scholarship player in ONGC, and then like I've been in ONGC. So the financial part was taken care of, and also in my case. There was no politics as such, which is there in a lot of the games, like being partial or being politics, so like which demoralizes the players, many a times कि अरे
True.
chance ही नहीं मिल रहा है, draw ही बराबर नहीं आ रहा, and all that stuff. So that was not there, fortunately for me.
For you or in the industry? Is it there in the
Okay,
industry
for
or is
table
it was based on your
tennis,
merit that you worked up?
of course that is there, that like my merit, my performance, and everything that was there. But in general, if you see in table tennis, there's like a lot of transparency because they have given points to each and every round, and also for the
Mhm.
tournament they have different points. Like for the championship, they have double points, and for the ranking, they have like normal points. So most of the things are transparent, and also the draws are open draws for the top 16 players.
Mhm.
So as such, there's no politics as such for the team selection. So which is very good for the game.
So you're saying the federation is doing a good job at maintaining transparency and working things out for every player and ensuring that they get a chance.
Yes, yes, yes.
So for the federation per se, when it comes up to bringing players up the ranks or giving them a platform, do you think that there's enough importance given to players when they start off? Like in cricket, say, there's a huge calendar laid out for players so that they get enough exposure, they get enough competitive exposure. Do you see that in table tennis now as compared to when you started? Like, has there been an
Oh,
increase or?
yeah, of course. When I started, it was very different than what it is now. Now we've got a lot of exposure.
Mhm.
Exposure in terms of like we are getting a lot of national camps and also international camps. That stuff is there. We get a lot of international tournaments. So that is like from the government and from the federation. So that is that. This
Okay.
is for the elite level, but also for the junior level,
Mhm.
there are many district and state ranking tournaments happening, and also national tournaments. Of course, it is very less, as compared to the other sports. Like if you compare it with cricket and all, and of course it is less because they have got a huge exposure, as in they have leagues at each and every level. They
Yeah,
have got, yeah, so that's what is needed, for
needed.
this.
Okay.
Yes, 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 because now we have a league only at the national level where the national players and the international players come, and also it's only for the youth category and the senior category. There's only one league. So the other players, like the second level of players, they say that this league is not for us. ये हमारे लिए नहीं है. This is only for you top players. So there is no motivation as such for them.
For them to come and play. So what do you
Yes.
suggest? Should they have more uh, kind of competitive leagues or tournaments held throughout the year for intermediate and grassroots levels?
Yes. So, of course, the main talent is at the grassroots level and the intermediate level. And what we are doing wrong is we are giving all the facilities to the elite level of players. Whereas the other countries, what they do is they focus on the grassroots and the intermediate level of players. So this is where we need to focus more, give them more opportunities and finance, and I mean everything should be laid out for the grassroots level players. I think this is
What do you
so
feel
for
is
them,
missing for the grassroots levels?
I think first and foremost is what's missing is like this is the basic that we need to introduce sports as a subject in the school, which the government is doing now. If they do it, that would be very good because the player introduced the sport at a very early age.
True.
And decision can be made very early. So like I started when I was 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And then when I was 10, 12 years, I was like in table tennis ही है. And then when I went to 10th, I took the decision कि नहीं table tennis में career करना है. I took that decision because I was introduced to table tennis at a very early age. I knew that I liked the sport because we need to develop the liking and have that vision also. So I think for that basic is to introduce sports as a subject in this school, and we should have lot of academies for the kids, and also the coaches for each and every level. Like for the grassroots level there has to be a coach or many coaches in fact, and then at the intermediate level because taking care of the kids, I mean teaching kids, it's very difficult. Basically you need to handle them a lot. So grassroots level pe to yes, I when in the year 2012 in the year 2012-13 we had gone to Doha for Qatar Open, and there two girls 12 years and 13 years old from Japan. That was their first international tournament in the seniors. Yeah. And then few years later, like in the year 2017, she was the Asian champion. One of that. She was the Asian champion. And Abhi now, like in the year 2018-19, the other girl, like she wins, she beats all the Chinese players and she's into top 4. So like now when they are 20-21 years old, they are the Japan Olympic team members.
At such a young age.
Yeah, so they started investing in them when they were like 12-13 years old. That was the vision.
So true,
so
so
I think
true.
that is very much needed for us.
And actually on that very good point, I think introducing kids to that that level of professionalism, that level of exposure kind of normalizes the sudden shock. Because do you feel that Indians, when we are slowly working up the ranks, we get introduced to high levels of training, psychology trainings at a very late age? So do we take time to adapt to it as compared to international players? They get adapted to it at a very young age, so they're used to it once they deal with it professionally. Do you see that in India as well?
Both your questions were different actually.
No. So let me rephrase it. So I'll give an example of football.
I got. So I'll answer that question. Okay. So yeah, of course, when we start, giving all the facilities to kids, I mean, at a very young age, of course, वो shock तो नहीं लगेगा when they are in their maybe late phase of their career. ऐसे नहीं होगा. So उनको shock नहीं होगा कि अरे क्या हो गया ना, अचानक mental trainer आ गया, अचानक dietitian आ गया, अचानक physical. Yeah. So the kids also they adapt things very quickly. They learn things very quickly. I say. So that is one advantage. So your second question, India may, I think now the professionalism has come and many players and the parents, even the coaches, they know the importance of mental training at the early age and also the physical training at the early age. So now that trend is coming because now table tennis and even other sports, they are getting utna thoda sa, exposure or like what we can say, the psychology is also changing in our country. Ki thoda sporting culture is
Is
thoda.
coming
It
in.
is coming. Yeah. This is what
Okay.
I feel.
No, because interesting, because we as a nation should start welcoming sports as a career. And did you have sort of like an alternative? Like, see, you balanced out sports as well as studying throughout. Is it because you had support, or was it laid out for you? Because some people who want to get into sports, they only get into sports without having anything to fall back on. How important is it to have something to fall back on?
Yes, there always has to be plan B, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any.
You just went all
Yeah.
in.
Yes. I knew ki mujhe, and actually at a very early age, I was playing, at that level. So, ठीक है. I mean, there wasn't a plan B for me, but my parents and also my, head sports from ONGC, he was like, ki, nahi, you have to study and you have to take your degree. You have to have higher, education, for your future life. So I have studied good. I have got good degrees. So
It,
that's
but would you
there.
say it's important to have it, like even if you're training?
Yes, I
Yes.
think it's important. Yes.
Okay. Because some people usually just go all in without realizing they have nothing to fall back on, and then later on in
But you
life,
doesn't know sports is such that you can, get an injury kabhi bhi and then you're out of the game,
true.
right? So
That's
it's
what
very
people need to know.
Yes, you need to have plan B. You need to have plan B. And of course, even if you like don't, maybe you don't have a degree side by side, later on also you can pursue many things, like you are doing sports management, you are into
Yeah,
that, and there are so many different fields related to sports coming up now. So
true.
so you can always be attached to the game in whatever way you can, either a sports management company say, or maybe sports psychologist, dietitian. Like,
Or
there are
even
so
give
many.
back to the sport by being a coach or something, right? Like you said.
Yeah, yes.
No, so true.
Totally.
A good point. And on that note, what is your current aspiration? Like, I know you're very attached to the game, but what's your current aspiration as a player? And what would you advise aspiring players coming up and to meet your ranks?
Oh, okay. So for now that I've achieved so much, I can say I've achieved so much, and there is yet to achieve. But for me now, it's just improving day by day. I think when I, see that I've achieved so much, and now there is nothing left for me to learn or anything, then there comes a point of stagnation.
Absolutely.
So for me right now, it's like improving every day. For me, that's the key. And now the juniors are coming so much. I have to like literally, I say like literally be on them. Ki, yeah, I am there.
Wow.
That's it. So yeah. So for me, that's there. And to be honest, last 1 year, one and a half year, I've not been playing that good at at the national level. So like for me, again coming up into the top, four
Was it because of the
position.
pandemic?
Pandemic, only one tournament happened, and there I lost in the second round. Like I've lost to her that player like once before also. So for me, she was a tough opponent, I think. But uske pehle bhi, I didn't play well. I think maybe I was like tired because of the Commonwealth Games and the Asian Games. The full season was so hectic. I didn't get time for me to to go back and see what I need to improve, or what are the areas, or maybe analyze the opponents, which is very important. I
Of
was
course.
like yeah, I was just like going, and there were so many changes in the game that I couldn't like take that. So basically, when I played, like 2-3 years pehle ka, there was more emphasis on the services and the spin. But now the ball has changed, and the kids now, I mean the players now, the junior players, they are more into rallies. The game has been such that you play more and more rallies. So I was not ready for that basically, because the spin had gone because of the change in the
Of the
ball.
ball.
Yes, the spin has gone completely. So the effect of the services and the third ball attack, my game, in fact, the advantage
Wow.
which I had was not that important. So thoda, I think it took time for me, and so for
Why,
now I just
why was this change introduced, may I ask?
see all these changes keep happening in the game.
No, but it shouldn't deteriorate another player's game. Like if it is your game, which is spin, which is so important, and it got affected, was it, I mean, was it something that affected other players as well?
So players made changes in their games, right? But
Wow.
I couldn't. I was like continuously playing tournaments like back to back. So like once it is a national tournament, then again I used to go and play international tournaments. So like it was a very hectic game. I think that was the reason. These two reasons, I think.
But
So
do you,
okay, for me, yeah, say.
no, continue. I'll ask you this. This is related to pandemic. So I'll ask you this after you tell me.
So for me, like coming back into top 4 in the country and like just improving myself, this is the thing I want.
Wow. So you didn't think that, I mean, 2020 was one experience, but now going into 2021, where we are reliving 2020 lockdown and the pandemic again, has that affected your training schedule? And I'm sure it'll affect other training schedules for other players. What are you doing to cope? And what would you advise players who are trying to cope now?
I think this is very important. Of course, it has affected my training schedule because we are not allowed to train anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's there. But I think I always try to take positive out of each and every situation. So now I'm focusing more on the physical training part and the mental training part, which we usually don't get when we are like continuously on the court. So I think that's very important, like being physically fit and mentally fit. So
Mentally
that's
fit, what do you do exactly? Because I'm sure a lot of players are affected mentally, especially now. So what are you
okay.
doing
So
to
I
cope?
have a mental trainer, so I talk to him about what can I do, like how to cope with this situation. And also early morning and before going to bed, I do meditation, I do yoga. So
Okay,
that's
that helps.
very a lot, a lot.
Okay. And do
Yoga
you,
and meditation, yes, I think it's very important. You just get connected to yourself and just calm down and you can think clearly basically what you need to do more. I think. And in this so fast pace, like at least in Bombay, it's very fast.
oh my God,
So,
Bombay is known for that.
so yeah, we need to take time for ourselves,
No, so true. I completely agree. And I think it's more of like maintaining a routine, which helps you stay sane
Yes,
in such a
yes.
difficult time. So I think
I
you,
was
your
actually gonna see that you need to have a schedule, a daily schedule, what you're going to do. नहीं तो घर पे ही पूरा दिन 24 hours you're like चलो Netflix, चलो Amazon Prime and all that stuff, which is not good. You want to watch? Okay, give a specific time for that, but you need to have a schedule. You need to maintain discipline because not table tennis, any sport, in fact, it is all about discipline.
absolutely.
So you need to train your mind likewise.
So are you
So you
more of
need
a morning person who gives after yoga session, you give time to your sports, you give time to prepping yourself, and then you like give some other sort of time to, I don't know, working or doing your own thing? How do you split your day in like slots?
okay, so now I'll tell about now what it is.
Yeah, now
So now
pandemic time.
it's like yeah, I get up early, I do my morning meditation, and then I do thoda chai वगैरह पी के, and then I do yoga a little, and then I have my physical training session. Then I take a break, I read books, I watch videos. Just now the Chinese trials are going on, like the Olympic simulation it's going on. for the Chinese players, I watch those players. Then I have my lunch. I do visualization, which is very important.
Definitely.
Then I sleep. Then evening again I do some physical training, or I do match analysis, or I have session with my coach, and then again read some books, and then eat and sleep. That's it. So like I have my
So
schedule
there's no
planned.
Netflix in your life then?
Yeah, that's there. Now I'm watching which some series I'm watching. Money Heist. Now I'm
Oh
on.
my God. I'm sure that's very
Yeah.
addictive. It's very addictive.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So it's
Yes.
normal for
So
players to binge also sometimes, to binge watch.
Saturday, Sunday, to yes, pura. So
No, it's
that is
good.
me time for me. We
No,
need to,
no,
have some change. Now I don't have anything to study, so there has to be something, right?
no, absolutely, absolutely. And you need that sort of break for yourself. And I'm sure every player has that sort of, me time rather than just, okay, improving, developing, what next, what to do. So it's very important to hear it from a professional to give time for yourself in terms of binging. So it's very good.
Nahi, if that's your plan, then you should, pehle se decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, true.
You
Again, have a
binge watch.
plan. Again, have a
Yeah,
plan.
binge watch. There's like not have a plan, like no plan, but binge watching. That's what I'm going to do. But like just decide what you're going to do and then do it. I say.
So it's lovely. It's lovely. And to
At
end
least
with a
I've decided that Saturday, Sunday, there's going to be a no planning, no schedule, nothing. It is just me time, and I'm going to do like whatever I want. But yeah, Monday to Friday, the
Friday,
weekdays, yeah, it's like very strict.
very strict. And I think that's important to, I know that since there's no training sessions, you kind of work on the other parts which you can work on when you don't have a chance to train. So I think it's very important for players to know that there are alternatives and they can improve on that until they get back to the platform.
Yes, and also you need to watch videos, watch your videos, and do some match analysis, take down notes. That's very important because you have to stay connected with your game.
Wow, it's, I mean, even though you're not playing it, at least this way you're still connecting with it.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, but in terms of your game and in context of your game, to end it with, we want to ask one final question about what your most memorable moment in your career was.
I think for me, first will be my first international tournament. That was very much special for me. And I think it's special for my family members, my coach, I mean, everybody. I think it was our dream that I should represent India. And also, I got silver medal in my first tournament itself. So that was special.
The most
And
memorable.
second, yes, yes, yes. And second is, I would say, I think the Commonwealth Games was very much special for me because we won against the world champions, the 2010. Wait 1 second, no? Wait, Maushi, thoda, the
Yeah.
sound was coming now. So yeah,
No problem.
okay. So for me, I think I start again. Okay, so it will be easy for you to
No
edit.
problem.
So I think for me, it would be the first international tournament, and because that was special not only for me but for my family
Entire
members and
family.
also for the entire family and my coach. Because from the day, like I said, when I started playing TT, and then when I took the decision that table tennis is where I'm gonna
Your future.
focus on. Yeah, so that was our dream to me to represent India. That is one. And then second would be the 2018 Commonwealth Games gold medal because we won against the 2010 world champions, which was
Wow.
like it was huge. And like 2 years we just trained so hard as a team, so it was really special. And also all my comebacks are very special for me. I think
Oh,
those, yes, of course, the graph of each and every player or any person, in fact, is never, upward graph.
yeah,
There are some ups and downs. And when
absolutely.
you're falling down and then getting up, I think the win that is very special. And talking about that, in the year 2011 was like very bad for me. And then 2012, okay, I came again in the top 4. I won few national tournaments. And I was selected again to represent India in the 2013 World Championship.
Mhm.
So that was like so special. I can still remember, when I came to know that I've been selected in the team. I was like, I, distributed chocolates to all my academy. Yeah, that was so special. And my dad also, he's like, he gets excited for each and every win, everything. So he was.
Obviously.
Yeah, and then we threw a party also, 20 years of celebration. So it was like 20 years of table tennis and also my world championship. So it was like
Wow.
so great. Yeah, because
That's a
of that,
real milestone.
yeah, because ek saal pehle I was like, why am I playing? Like, I'm like losing in the first, second round. There's no point in playing it. There's no fun. Like, that was my thinking, And then, I like really worked very hard to come out of that bad patch. So, like,
Oh,
that is
that's
very
that's
special
very
for me.
interesting. When you hit that rock bottom, how did you come back up? I mean, I'm sure a lot of players hit that rock bottom time when, like you said, you're winning in the second, third round itself. So how did you shoot back up? What did you do to shoot back up?
I went to basics,
You went back to your
basically.
basics.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
And then I was like, why did I start playing table tennis in the first sense? Because I used to love that game, which I'm not loving anymore. I'm like going after the success. I'm not thinking about my improvement. So I like just went back to my basics, and I was not expecting anything from myself. I was like, just keep improving and enjoying the game. Like when I played my first tournament also in the year 2012, like
Mm-hmm.
we were just saying that, just give your best, do your karma. Like my dad always says,
Really?
karam
Oh,
फल की अपेक्षा ना कर ऐसे. So I was like, I used to think about this. Ki just go and play, give your 100%, and think about positives, and just play a basic game. That's it. And then when I cleared the first round, the second round, the pre's, the quarters, I started getting confidence. Like each and every round I was winning, I like my
wow.
confidence level got up. So and then when I came into like the top 4, like when I was like in the semi-finals and all, I was like in my regular this thing, my regular
Josh.
form. Okay, yeah, Josh, or like, okay, I am Madhurika Patkar, because everybody they tell ki I am like fierce on the court, like I am a Sherni. So like it
Wow.
was usual Madhurika. I think you
Lovely.
need to find that zone, like that's very important. Finding that zone, or finding who you are basically. So for me, when I see that my eyes are, like very high, and like I'm just constantly thinking, that is when I go into the zone. This is for me. So maybe like for others, it can be, something else.
No, this
But
is
in
very
it,
important, like a zone that you need to be in. I'm sure in your mental visualization training, you get into that zone, right?
yes, that's very important.
No, it's very important for athletes and for players to understand this also. And it's a very, very, very good point that you noted when you said that you hit rock bottom and how you came back up. And I think a lot of players need to hear this, because you shouldn't give up the moment you hit rock bottom or you feel like you're not liking what's happening anymore, because you should not run after the success, but it's for the love of the game that you're playing. So
Yes.
you stated that brilliantly, Madhurika, and I think that's the best point that we've brought out in this meeting also so far. But thank you so much, Madhurika, for everything that you've given us based on your experience, your advice to players, and we hope to see you shining or attacking once again like a share on court soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and all
Thanks.
the best to you.
Thank you, Madhurika. We'll be in touch.